All right, you guys, I am with my cards in hand. So whoever sees this is meant to see it. It is Juneteenth, and I decided to do a Potpourri podcast. So you guys can ask questions. So as soon as you actually get in here, Michelle, I see you're in here. I will answer whatever questions you have. And it can be about a case I haven't even looked at yet. It can be about your life and what's going on. This is basically a free for all, and you guys can ask whatever you like within reason, of course, and I will see what I can see about it. I use regular playing cards, as I do, and this is something I do every day. And I will take a look. And the regular playing cards actually mean nothing to me, except for the fact that it's my way of connecting to my personal language. So I will look to see what today's message is for everybody out there while we're waiting for enough people to get in. And if you need to speak to me and ask me a question, just go ahead and request. All right. So let me just see what's up for today. It is June 19th, Juneteenth. It is Emancipation Day. It is basically Freedom Day. It's a day to claim yourself, to claim your freedom, to claim your rights as a human being on this planet Earth. Okay, so let me just take a look. Let me look at first, what is the message for everybody out there, anybody that's stopping in? What is the message for you at this point? What is the message that is being given for anyone listening right now during the live? What is the message? Okay, just relax. Okay. Well, this is interesting. First of all, I'm getting that any type of information that's cloaking, that is hidden from you, that is causing you to feel less than yourself, or small, or you find yourself hiding in a corner somewhere, because I'm getting that type of being hidden even from yourself, and you're just bracing yourself for whatever is to come, and the worry that comes along with that. The message that I'm getting is interesting because it's telling me that whoever is listening right now, brace yourself to be moving to a new location. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting a new location for you, for whoever is listening that needs to hear this, that needs to hear if that's okay, if that's the decision, if that's the right thing to do. And you have other people that are telling you, no, you shouldn't do that. And I'm getting that this is a male that is telling you, don't move because it'll make their life more inconvenient. Or they won't like it, or they won't approve, or something about that. So I'm getting a male that is disapproving of a female moving. So I have all females in here right now. So whoever is supposed to hear this, this is the message that I'm getting from the universe right now for you guys today. Again, this is Psychic Carla Barron. I'm just doing sort of a general, but whoever is supposed to hear this, You are not meant to stay in the same place. You are meant to move. You are meant to go to a new situation. You know, moving sometimes indicates moving from a state of despair, like the state you're in, okay? Sometimes moving means the actual location, you're relocating. But I'm getting that a male is causing you to doubt yourself, to feel like your opinions don't matter as much as they should, or the male is causing you to worry about moving on from a certain situation or moving on from your home. And in order to not be cryptic, I am actually seeing an actual move for the person that's supposed to hear this. You are supposed to move from where you are currently residing. And you've held on because some male told you not to. Some male decided that this was, you know, too soon, or you're causing inconvenience, or it's too fast, or they're not ready for you to go to a new place or something like that. But it's indicating male energy is what's holding you back. So I don't think it's a move to a new state of thinking. I think it's an actual move, guys. Where you've been living is not the most optimum place for you to actually have happiness. So, whoever this is meant for, this message, that's what I'm getting. You can ask me more about this with your own current situation. I need you guys to actually request to speak if you want to speak on this thing and ask a question. But that's kind of weird. I've never actually seen that as a group message before. But let me take a look at more. And if you want to ask a question about your own life, submit a request. I'll put you on right away and we'll get your question in. Doesn't matter what it's about. It can be about a case file. It can be about a missing person. It can be about a murder. It can be about the state of the world. It can be about the state of your world. Okay. Let me just take a look at clarification on moving. Who is this meant for? Okay. It keeps talking about me, but I don't want to know about me because I already know what I'm doing. So let me ask again, who is this meant for in the collective as far as moving, and what is the actual message for that person or persons listening right now to the live? Okay. All right. Again, I'm getting a male that's causing interference. This is telling me that it could be a male that it has to do with your job or his job. Something about his career, his job, his current situation of income. And you have had to put your life on hold for this person. If it's an employer, or if it's somebody that you're involved with, or somebody that you're connected to, it looks like a male is causing you to doubt yourself. A male is causing you to not move on, to feel fearful of moving on, that you won't get something else, or you won't have something else, or you won't have a home, or you won't have as much as you have now. And I'm telling you, as sure as I'm sitting here, that you will have everything. You just have to trust in the universe that this is going to happen for you. It's interesting that pretty much all females are here, and the message that I'm getting is for a female, and also for myself. But I already know what my message is, so I don't have to waste your time with that. And I know I'm moving. I know I'm leaving here, but that's, I mean, you guys can hear about that all day long, but this is for you. I'm getting somebody else that's listening to this live. This message is for you. And I need you to ask me questions about either this or yourself or how this applies to you. So ask to speak on this thing, and I'll put you on. Let me see what else is coming up while I'm waiting for you guys to request. Let's see what other messages we have for today, June 19th, 2026. What is happening right now? What does someone need to know? What does someone need to know? Stephanie? Stephanie?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm in the car, so I'm not sure this is going to.
It is working just fine.
Okay.
So let me see who else this is that it is looking to get on. Somebody else submitted a request, and I think I already added them. All right. So what is your question?
Without getting into too much specifically, on a personal level, I think you might be speaking to me. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay. I didn't know who honestly, I was looking at it and I saw that it was for a female. I also came up as a different part of that same read, but then I saw that this was also meant for another female who is considering moving and is being halted from doing so, or being like given some sort of like an obstacle in moving forward with that plan.
Yeah, there's a lot to consider. But I think that might be for me.
Okay. And what do you want me to do confirmation on that?
Sure.
Okay. I need your month and day of birth.
Okay, July 24th.
Got it. All right, just relax and breathe while I look, and keep your eyes on the road. I do not want you going anywhere. And for anybody listening, Stephanie is the person that actually did the artwork for that latest song called My Bewitch, and we want to give her all kinds of kudos for that. Because I have to tell you, I mean, your first crack at it, I was like, oh my God, that looks so beautiful. She's the same one that did the artwork just because she loves doing this. I didn't even ask her to do this, and she started doing tarot cards. And I said, oh my God, we have to put that out as a deck for people to buy. My clients would love a tarot deck with like a personalized sort of touch to it. So all I have to say is thank you. You did that on your own accord. You did that without even asking. You just did it because you love it.
Yes, you're very welcome. It's fun.
But it was good. It was good. I have a lot of people. Look, I have a lot of people that offer me to do various artwork on stuff I'm doing, or collaborations, or whatever. And the thing is that when you stepped up and you said, okay, let me take a crack at it, you didn't doubt yourself at all. You didn't doubt your ability to make it look perfect. And you know what? It looked great. You're the
Thank
first
you.
person that's ever put that stuff forward where I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good. And it was, you captured my essence without changing a lot about me, without changing my attitude and who I am.
You
And
belong on a tarot deck. What can I say?
well, and also when you started that, you were, let's tell your story. I mean, I didn't know you were watching me since you were what age? What?
Oh, okay. Well, see, that's let's just say I've followed your career for the last, oh wow. I guess it's been what, like 21 years?
Oh my God. You know what? And you're not the first person to say that. And I have to say, not only am I honored by the number of people that follow me for that many years. I mean, normally when a psychic comes on the scene and they're on TV or whatever, like you watch them and then you're done with them as soon as the show is over, or as soon as that series is over. But you guys like followed me like rabid dogs. I mean, you actually came to all my different sites and you stayed.
It's
And you
different
have
when
been
you're the real
ordering.
deal, when you prove yourself over. I mean, your career speaks for itself.
Well, and I continue to do readings for everybody. And that's the thing that made me the happiest about your own lives, and about what's happening, and about what I see in my predictions. And we go in with like a personal touch versus what you're seeing on TV. How, let me ask you something, because you've been there for a really long time following me.
Sure.
You kind of grew up with me, let's just say that.
Yes.
What is different? You had readings with me recently. What is different now versus what you saw on TV? What surprised you?
Different. I would say it's just the opposite. I'd say it's the consistency. It's
Wow.
it's. I mean, here's just a little thing. My great grandmother and I. This was something. This is how long I've been following it since Haunting Evidence. My great grandmother and I would watch. We wait every week for a new episode. In fact, tomorrow would be her 99th birthday if she were still with us.
Aw.
But we would. That was something that we would watch together, and you know how Southern Baptist women are skeptical of everything. She couldn't doubt it. I mean, the proof is there. You're the real deal. I think it's not what's different. I think it's the consistency.
So when you had your own readings, um, were you surprised that I was able to not generalize about you, but I got very specific?
I really wasn't surprised, to be honest. There were some details that I find myself saying over and over again with readings with you is there's no way you could know that. Which I feel stupid every time that comes out of my mouth, and it comes out of my mouth quite a bit. But that's just it. The generalization. There is no generalization. You're very specific. But just like on TV, I mean, I expected that, but at the same time, every time you hit something right on the nose, it is kind of shocking. You never get used to it, I guess, but it's still consistent, if that makes any sense.
Okay, and let me ask you this.
Sure.
Is the my method of reading, when I read you privately,
Hmm.
where do you feel there's room for improvement? Like, where could I improve on how I conduct those?
I, I don't really have any. Again, just the opposite. Because you'll take it either you let, for me personally, I can only speak for myself. You let me guide the reading. I can ask, I can say, hey, what do you see here? Or I can ask a specific yes or no. Or uh, I can say, I don't really know what to ask. Can you tell me what's the deal about this situation, or whatever? And even if it's something I don't want to hear, which has happened, if because I'm hard headed, um, you have a way of still giving me the facts and details in a way that's not gonna be alarming. So no notes. It's you've
Well,
there's a
I
reason you've
and I'm glad I asked those questions because some people would be afraid to ask those questions, as I've had a pretty prolific career here, and for me to ask that at this point, I actually care. I actually care if I'm doing this right, if I need to improve somewhere. So,
well, that's evident with every reading. It's sort of like a therapy session at the same time. I think anybody
well,
who's had a reading would probably say that.
and one thing that I try to do, if I see something that um, is not your wish, or something that you have a different outcome in mind that you're really hoping for, um, I don't deliver it in such a way where you're devastated. I
Not
deliver
at
it in
all.
such a way like, look, you can do your own thing and you can choose that, but you're just delaying this other thing that is so much better.
Right.
And that's what I try to impart to you, that I'm not taking away your baby bottle. I'm not taking away the thing that makes you happy. I am showing you that if you want this to happen sooner than later, leave room for this other thing. It may take you some time to integrate. It may take you some time to assimilate that new reality of that new person you might you're supposed to align with, or that new relationship, or that new home, or that new job, or whatever it is. But if you can leave room for it, most people lock in and they can't imagine a different reality other than the one that they're looping in. And then I ask them, are you happy? And they're like, no, I'm not. And I'm like, well, if you can just leave room for the possibility that what I'm seeing is true, which ironically enough always seems to come to pass. So, people, it's not that I need to fluff myself up, or my career, or my ability. I know what I have. But I also have to be in the trenches with you guys. I have to live with the same type of pain, the same type of rejection, the same type of attacks, or lessons that I need to really get a hold on. And I know that I don't have all the answers with me personally, but me as a psychic medium, oh, I do. And sometimes I don't listen to myself enough. And that's part of the problem, where I go through some of the mistakes and it becomes more public for you guys to view it. And I apologize for that. But, I mean, I'm out there, I'm amongst all of you, but you're also looking to me for guidance. So, when you see me going through certain things and it's like, well, why is she going through that? She knows all this stuff. And you know what? I do, but I don't. I mean, for myself, I have to see it from an angle where I can also utilize it to teach and to grow and to ascend to a higher place where I deserve to be guiding you. So
There's a reason doctors can't
let me,
prescribe themselves medicine.
okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Yep, I agree. That's my problem. And I know a lot of psychics who are in the same boat, you know? Like I was telling you yesterday, I was with my first female Lyft driver, and she also was a psychic, and she never said a word to me. I'm telling her all about my stuff, and because she's asking me about this and that, and it comes up about court TV and my show and haunting evidence and psychic detectives, because she had this sort of like thing on the back of the seats where it said her website, and it had the word soul in it. And I'm like, oh, you're spiritual, you and me she doesn't tell me until I go home and I look up her website that she is also a psychic and intuitive and whatever, and she just happens to be doing the Lyft driver thing on the side as a side gig. And I'm sort of sharing all this with her, and she's talking back at me, and we had, like, in that 15 minutes she was driving me, we had an entire course on health and well-being and natural products and what to do and what not to do. And it was okay. I'm hearing sirens because, of course, I live in a city where there's chaos 24/7. Okay. Anyway, I'm in Los Angeles still. But I will be moving, and that's part of what I just saw here. So I am moving according to what I just saw when I was looking at the general thing, and that I need to pay attention to my own ideas about that and take care of me first and love me first. And no matter what's happening around me, that I need to believe in that. So I'm going to look. But that whole Lyft driver thing, it was kind of weird because it was my first female that I had driving me around since I sold my car. And I told her, I said, "You're my first girl." And she said, "Yeah." And she happens to be a psychic. She happens to be an intuitive. She never said a word. And that's kind of how it is with us. If you actually have any type of following or an ability, or there's a reason for you doing this lifetime. That is your calling. um Most of the time we don't have to scream it out to people. The people that want to follow us, the people that want to be in that circle, the people that need to hear those messages, they will gravitate. I don't worry about this stuff. I don't worry about numbers and, like, I need a certain amount of numbers, I need subscriptions. Like, I was gonna do that once. I was gonna have subscriptions here, and I actually revisited that idea because I saw that on my Stripe account, and I'm like, "Oh my god." I was gonna do subscriptions back in 2023, and that account was already set up here at Twitter, and I had to change it to my website. So that's how I looked at it again. I had completely forgotten about it because I thought, why am I charging people to listen to? I should be giving this freely to you at least once a week as a thank you for just being here, for just believing in this whole collective thing that I'm doing, and just hanging with me every week and following me and being there. So I never set it up. I never did any of it. I had the Stripe account set, which is why I was having problems with my website and the payment functioning properly. But I think it's okay now, you guys. I think you can go on and order readings through the new Stripe um, format there. And I just added pretty much every payment. I added, there were 37, and I don't know why, but there were 37 payment options that you can utilize, and I enabled 32 of them. So only 5 are left. And so all the other stuff should be on there shortly. I just asked the guy that put up my new plugin that I have there, and he's working on it. So it's either available now and you can actually just use it now, or he's going to get back to me and tell me it's just been reformatted so that you can use it. But everything else works. The credit card thing works. Everything else works. Sorry, I just got tired of PayPal, and a lot of my clients were yelling at me for having just PayPal. And, a lot of people have had negative experiences with PayPal. So I understand that. So I took action and I did something. And so my Juneteenth party is all about, like, I introduced a new whole thing where it encompasses everybody now. And there's Google Pay, Apple Pay, there's all kinds of like pay now or buy now, pay later type stuff. Um, all kinds of European currency formats that are over there that are local to your particular country. I mean, I put them all on there. So all of them were approved except for 5, and they're still in the process. 2 of them were uh, kind of weird because they didn't understand the format of my business, the consulting thing. So only 2 out of the 37. So that's fine because all the other ones I recognize. So we don't have a problem with that. I just wanted to give you an update on how that is. But yes, I will be moving. Once I move, wherever that happens to be, I'm hoping that it's Chicago, like I had talked about, but that depends on another person. So we have to see where he's at that point. But if it's not Chicago, once I move, I will set up the YouTube for these little weekly or bi-weekly. I might do it twice a week where I do these live videos where you guys can participate. But right now it's just easier to stay on Spaces and then upload to YouTube. I'm not sure that YouTube will be ready yet for that because podcast wise, they're used to video. So podcast is a fairly new thing for YouTube. That's why that format at YouTube takes the longest to upload. All the other ones go up pretty much instantly within about 20 minutes. They're all up except for YouTube. And then the next day I have to do a manual switch. So it goes from from private to public. And I've got to wake up in the morning and that's the first thing I have to do. So they've got glitches still. They wanted to introduce just a podcast format there, but I don't think they're quite all ready yet. So that's your update with that. All right. So anyway, once I move, I will do, and I might do video of some sort. I was talking to my guy about setting me up with that and doing it in a different way where I'm in the shadows, or maybe we do my hands, we do the cards, we do interesting lighting, we do something that somebody else isn't doing. Instead of showing me in my house, which would be very private, I don't know if I want all that to be shown. Just because I am out there. I don't know if I want my surroundings and like the room I'm in to be identifiable. Because I've had stalkers, I've had death threats for different things, different murder cases that I've worked on, high profile. So if I protect myself a little bit, just bear with me, guys, but I will do something a little more visual, okay, where it'll be interesting and pretty. And it will create that environment that you expect from someone like me with my personality that I will create that environment that gives you a visual while you're listening. Anyway, all right. So, Stephanie, what is your question? You can come back on.
I I don't really have a question right now. I don't want to get too personal here.
Okay.
But I think somebody else has a question, I think.
Okay. Who else did I just add? I think I added somebody else on here. You need to speak up. I can't remember. I added a second person to ask a question. Was it Michelle? Who did I just add? I don't remember who it was because I started talking and then I forgot. Janine,
Yes.
it was you?
Yeah.
Okay,
Can you hear me?
I can. All
Hi,
right, good
everybody.
evening.
How are you?
Okay. So, what is your question on this Juneteenth of
Well,
2026 for me?
I was going to ask a question, but then you were talking about this person moving and this mail keeping them from moving. And that's
Okay.
actually happening to me, I think.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
And I missed
Okay.
the very beginning of what you were saying because I didn't get on here and I didn't connect in enough time. But I think that it's me because I was supposed to be out of here, and there was a mail that was supposed to facilitate that. And now they kind of ghosted me for some reason, but I can't figure out why. so
Okay.
so I'm
Okay.
like, what happened here? Because like I'm in chaos. So
Well, let me just take a look. Just relax and breathe.
okay,
I need your birthday again, day and month.
7/18.
Another July.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, just relax. Let me take a look. Let me see what the situation is for that. Ah, there he is. Okay. Well, he was kind of siphoning off your light. Okay. From what I can see here, he really drags a cloud of despair with him wherever he goes.
Yes.
Is that like,
Yeah,
is this the guy?
he blows up everything, like whatever situation is, he
Well,
starts ranting and
and
raving to people about it.
he thinks he's making his mark, and then I see like right after he has this regret. Like as soon as he does it, he has instant regret, and then he throws himself off balance enough where he doesn't have to answer to it. Let me just look. Let me see what this has to do with you moving and if this is the correct choice.
Okay.
Ah, okay. Um, he was depending on you to do most of the heavy lifting. Yeah. From what I can tell, he had aspirations where you would just cover most of it, and just his mere presence would be enough. As long as he's there having feelings or there having some sort of relationship or tie to you or connection to you, that was enough.
Hmm. Well,
And I get that his, like, he overinflated his position in your life. Like he wasn't as much of all that as he thought he was. So in his own head, he thought he was much more to you than he is. So he was trying to manipulate you into place to sort of do it all.
Yeah, he basically, yeah, he he was kind of absent, and then he came in and took kind of what he wanted to take and did what he wanted to do, and he's going to do all this stuff, and then he just doesn't
Well,
doesn't
I
show
think
up.
he pulled back. I think he pulled back because he realized that you couldn't be manipulated like that. So I think that he felt like just his mere presence was enough, and then you would just do what you normally did before. And I think you're different. I think that's what changed.
Yeah, I don't do what I did before. And I know before when I moved, like I don't know, like almost 6 years ago, he came, but he was an outsider. You know, he wanted to act like it was his show, but he wasn't like really involved in the moving of the whole thing. So
Well, and I think he thought that his mere presence, like I said, listen to my words, his mere presence was enough for you to just bow down and do it all.
yeah, well, that's not happening. So
Well, here's the thing. I am going to look to see if that was actually meant for you.
okay.
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 If you're game to hear that. Okay.
Sure.
Let me take a look. Let's take a look at Janine. July 18th. Was she meant to do it with that guy? Oh, well, not that guy, but there's somebody in the wings that has always had your back and was always there for you, and you didn't consider that.
Hmm.
I see somebody else that's in your sphere that you already know that would, but I get he's quiet, like he doesn't say much. Like he's quiet. He doesn't express himself the way that he wants to or the way that he feels comfortable doing. So I get that you didn't think he was a contender because he never spoke up. He never said how he actually felt about you, but you've got an admirer here. I am going to take a guess that he's younger than you. Okay.
Okay.
And the other guy only considered himself a friend, never considered the crossover.
Okay.
And it's because he's never been made to. The only person he cares about is him.
Yes.
And I don't get that he has ties to any woman that would navigate that ship. In fact, I see that he has cheated,
Hmm.
and
Probably.
he is that type of person.
I could see that.
And it's not because you weren't worthy, it's because I don't think that was the original agreement. And I think he
Mhm.
sort of told you a couple of times, but you thought that maybe it would grow into something else, you know. And I think it's because you needed to learn something about yourself first. This other guy
Mhm.
is the guy. This other guy is the true love. This other guy is the guy you should have noticed in the first place.
Hmm.
But he was too quiet. I get he's so quiet. And he's been just very pleasant and always there in the background, always there if you should ever reach out. But he has been holding this candle for you the whole time. Janine, you have somebody. What the hell are you doing? This guy is a nice, no, I mean, and it's somebody that you would actually consider. But he never told you that he was interested, so you never even thought.
Oh, that's
I am telling you,
mm,
he's there.
mm,
Have I ever said anything I don't mean?
no,
Ever?
no, you're always right.
I am telling you, I am not giving you undue hope. I am not telling you things just to say and be shocking in this podcast, this live. I am telling you, I am seeing this guy is the guy, this is the true love match that you have missed because he was quiet. He was behind the scenes. He was not arrogant and in your face like the other ones.
Huh.
And you've missed it the whole time. But I don't think you were ready until right now.
Yeah, there was a lot I had to work through. Well, I'm
Well,
still
and you
working
don't
through.
get messages like this unless you are ready.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
am
and
telling you, I am seeing a time frame. I am seeing the first 20 days of October as your time frame to be with this man.
hmm,
And he has been silently watching and following you. He has been silently watching, waiting for any type of sign from you that you might also be interested in him. I think you thought that you never thought about him as a choice because he was never verbal about it. But he was always super nice to you all the time.
is it somebody
And
I've known for a long time, or somebody
you
I've
have
known?
known him. Yes, you have known him, and he has been watching.
Mm,
And he just thought that you were outside of his realm of possibilities. He never thought that you would even look at him. But you would, I'm telling you, time you would have been attracted to him.
And he's
Either
younger.
he's younger, not a lot, just maybe 10 years, within 10 years of
Okay.
youngness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But someone that was with somebody else, it is no longer. But I don't think you know him well enough to know those details about him.
Mm,
So maybe you haven't checked in with him in a long time. It's something where you have met him at his place of business, I think, maybe something like that,
mm,
where, it was always so pleasant every time you saw him and whatever, but you never thought in a million years that that was a personal connection. You just thought he was a nice person.
mm.
Okay. Now, I know you're not going to sleep at night after hearing this.
I already
And now
did.
you're gonna pour through every single piece of information you have about any person you know.
Does he
But
live
I'm
near me?
telling
Does he
you,
live near me now?
this person has lighter hair.
Okay.
Okay. He is he's got a very open face, very serene face, very happy face. Like I don't think he ever has looked angry or mean or
Mm,
aggressive, or he just looks pleasant
okay.
all the time. He's always got a pleasant expression on his face.
Hmm.
Okay, so that's your breadcrumb, that's your
That's
hint.
my breadcrumb. And does he live near me, or is there like distance?
Let me see.
Like,
I'm looking. I keep being pointed north of you. Not a lot, though.
Okay.
Maybe 20, 30 minutes
20 or
north,
30 minutes north.
north of
Okay.
you.
All right. I got to think about that one.
And that seems to be either that's where he works or that's where he lives.
lives.
I don't know because that's where I'm being pointed in my psychic map in my head.
Okay. Well, I have to open my eyes and put my antenna up, I guess.
Well, I think you've only been concentrating on making this one thing work for so long
Mm-hmm.
that you have just negated any other possibility of something else coming into the view, you know?
Yeah, I pretty much like don't even want anything coming into the view. I just want to move, and that's it. It's like,
Well, and if you put out that energy, that's what you're going to get back.
well, it's true.
You know, look, I wasn't looking for anybody when my guy came in,
Right.
and I literally, you guys know me for how many years now? I wasn't looking for a soul to come in, but I was in a place where I was very open to my future and what was meant to be. I was open to my own sense of happiness, and I wasn't looking for anybody to provide that. I was
Hmm.
radiating that all on my own. So if you go around like Linus in the Peanuts comic strip, if you go
Right.
around carrying this cloud of dust around with you,
Right.
or this, this this blanket that needs to be washed, um, with your thumb in your mouth, then that's what you're going to get back. you know?
I just washed my blanket. Okay.
Well, maybe that's your sign that I'm tapping in. Okay.
Maybe. Right.
But if you go around,
Okay.
and that's all you're putting out there, well, then that's all you're going to get back. So maybe I just opened your eyes to a whole other thing.
Well.
That's who you're meant to be with. You made
uh,
this agreement before. You can
Okay.
choose not to. You have free will. You can choose to forego that and do that in some other lifetime. That's fine. But I'm telling you, you're not only stuck with that one choice.
Okay.
That one choice was never really yours to begin with. Because
Yes.
he's pretty, that guy's a snake. Okay.
Yes.
Um, and we need to protect you. He's a snake because he was looking for you to attach to your finances, your bank account, your everything. And I'm telling you that with love. I am
I believe
telling you,
it.
that guy was looking for you to just offer it. And when he saw that it was going to be a tiny bit difficult or you were going to give him problems with that, then he ghosted.
Yeah, that's pretty true because I lived that years ago, and I won't put up with that ever. So,
Well, and he doesn't know that you've changed.
right.
He
Right.
thinks you're the same.
Right.
So the universe will throw the exact same situation at you time and time again. It will constantly go on the hamster wheel with the same scenario, maybe a couple different players, maybe a couple different faces, but it will be the same lesson. And if you don't learn it, the universe will recycle it and bring it back again
And then
until you get it. But I am telling you that
I
it had nothing to do with relying on that guy. It had to do with you needed to just open yourself up to something that you didn't see because you had your head down carrying your dirty blanket around.
Prob- Probably.
Oh, now I'm going to think about the dirty blanket. All right. So,
I'm just laughing because
sorry.
I just watched it.
I'm just laughing because I
Huh.
don't think I've ever said that in a reading before about a blanket. All right. So, anyway, that's my take on this.
Okay.
You have that time frame in October seems to be where there's movement with this man.
Okay.
Lighter hair.
Uh-huh.
It could be that his hair has gone, like gray white at this point.
Okay.
But this is the most pleasant person. He has the kindest eyes.
Mm.
They're just super kind. They are, whatever you need, he's there, kind of thing. And you just thought that he was just a nice person. You never thought in a million years he would be somebody that you would align with.
Mm.
Do you understand?
Yeah, that I get that part.
All right. I've just opened up a portal inside your brain.
Yes.
You're going to have to let me know.
Oh,
If you need a read to go over more
yep.
of it, just let me know
I
and we'll,
I will do,
we'll tear
I
it
will
apart.
definitely do that. I will definitely do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm in your brain. I can see it. The wheels are turning.
They sure are.
And there you were thinking all you had was, and I don't make this stuff up. I know you guys know me well enough to know that I don't have time to make stuff up. I don't have time to create alternate realities for you because it seems creative. It seems to be, it creates more business for me. I don't care. I care more about seeing what it is to get you guys unstuck from what you're stuck in. Anyway,
Yeah, and I'm stuck.
well, and now you're like maybe not stuck because now you have another path to. I want you to start looking right away at just untethering yourself from what you just locked in on so hard and decided that that was going to be your only future because you would have been he would have left you with all the debt and all the nonsense.
I believe it.
He would have left you with that whole thing and he would have taken everything else.
Yeah,
So the universe steps in when you need it to.
thank goodness.
This was never about you and you being homeless or you being this and that. I'm telling you, the second your mindset changes, everything changes. So it's not physical things outside of you that needed to change. It was your mindset that needed to change. Do you understand?
Yeah,
All right.
and I know that like my mindset had me
Well,
blocking everything off too.
well, and it's because people need security.
Yeah,
They need to hold on to something that's like um, that's safe
yeah.
or their safety net, and the thing is that the safety net was always something that if you had lifted your head up long enough to notice, he was always right there in your circle,
Mm.
and you just never looked up long enough to notice. And he was hoping you would look. He will tell you later, I guarantee, when you meet him, he when you finally realize this is the guy I'm talking about, that if you had lifted up your head long enough, he would say, I always thought something, but I was afraid to say it. And that's what he's going to tell you. This is exciting. I can't wait to hear this story when you
Well,
come back.
I I can't wait to tell it.
know. All right, my dear.
All
I'm
right.
going to continue on,
Thank
but
you.
you got your breadcrumb to work with.
Yes,
All
you
right.
did.
So thank you, Jenny.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
So let's take a look at anybody else's question. If somebody else wants to ask a question, doesn't matter what it is. It can be about your personal life. It can be about a case file. It can be about Nancy Guthrie. It can be about anything. Just submit a request to speak. Let me see what else is coming up here as far as universal, what you guys need to know. All right. I am looking. I am breathing. What else do you guys need to know? What do we all need to know? Oh, that's a good answer. Okay. What you need to know is stop holding on so tight. And I mean what I said. I'm going to take a breath with that in a moment. Stop holding on so tight. Relinquish control. It'll be just fine without you holding on so tight. I know that meant something to one of you because that was like a clear message that came through. So stop holding on so tight. It'll happen much more in the fashion that it is meant to unfold if you stop holding on so tight. You're actually you're not tainting the outcome. There's Michelle giving the thumbs up. You're not tainting the outcome. What you're doing is you're prolonging the end result. Okay, you're prolonging this by squeezing on so tight, holding on so tight that you can't you're not believing in it enough if you hold on that tight. You need to just know it's there. You need to believe that it'll be just fine without you holding on to it at all. You just have to walk alongside it or that person. Stop holding on to outcomes. Hold on to yourself with the tightness that you are showing that outcome. Then all of a sudden, everything is going to line up just fine for you. Hold on to yourself. Take care of your own health. Take care of your own mindset. Take care of your own sense of well-being, your own wishes, your own happiness, your own joy, your own desires and wishes. You think that you somehow have to concentrate so hard on this other thing that you need to have happen, because if it loses your concentration for even like 5 minutes, that it will turn into something else. No, you've been holding on too tight and you've actually delayed it for yourself. That was the message that came through. Michelle, you seem to have had some sort of connection to that. If you want to talk, just send me a request to speak. If not, hopefully that meant something to you, because it seems to. I'm seeing that you're smothering whatever it is. Whatever that path is, you're holding on too tight and you're taking the life right out of it. You're not alone. It's not supposed to be 100% perfect. It's supposed to have difficulties laden within, woven within that tapestry. It's supposed to have difficulties along the way. It's not supposed to be rock free. You know, it's not supposed to be a smooth path. That's where you made the mistake. You're thinking, oh, I need to make it smooth. I need to make it perfect. I need to make it, timely. You don't need to do anything. The problem is that you were supposed to step back from the first. All you were meant to do was make the decision to go on that path. That was it. The rest of it was overkill. Overkill. Okay. Michelle, did you get that message? Because I think you're like sitting there going, oh my God. She's yeah. Are you okay? I think she's okay. Okay. Let me see what else is coming up for you guys. All right. Let's look at more messages for Juneteenth of 2026. What is the next message that is supposed to be heard by these people? Michelle, you came out of hiding. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm good. Hi, Carla.
So, what about what I said rang true?
Everything. I'm laughing here because you're talking about me and I know it.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'm getting messages for not just a bunch of people. I'm getting messages for very specific people here. So,
Yes, you are.
That's the whole point of this.
Mhm.
And did you have a clarifying question you wanted to ask on that?
Well, I'm taking care of Rick right now because he had the hernia surgery, and if you're making me laugh that I'm holding too tight, I'm just making sure he's okay and making sure he eats and everything. And I'm laughing as you're telling me, don't hold on so tight.
Well, and it's not that he doesn't need care. It's just that he needs space, to heal. Okay. And I think that you need to give him space so that his energy field will heal and seal up the way that it's supposed to.
Right.
Let me take a look at that real quick. What's Rick's birthday again, day and month?
June 6th.
Okay. Just relax. Let me see. Okay. Stop worrying about the money and the insurance. Stop it right now. Just stop. That's what's coming up. It's like, stop worrying about the administrative part of this. This will work out just fine.
Okay.
Is that something that was of major concern?
Yeah, definitely.
And the other thing that I'm seeing is you're worried that there's going to be like a secondary relapse of something, and I don't see that.
Oh, not necessarily relapse. The doctor saw another hernia on the other side that he's going to have to take care of.
Well, I don't see anything that is related to this that's going to happen again. It's going to be something else.
Okay.
Okay. But you stressing out around him is not helping him heal. Okay. You need to not stress out around him. You need to create a sense of like calm environment for him to heal in. Calm and warm and loving and holding him gently, not like with the grip of death, you know.
I'm actually trying to keep him calm because he's like, oh my God, it hurts so much, and I keep telling him, it'll get better day by day. It'll get better. Make sure he has Tylenol, so
instead
forth.
of saying that, give him things to do so that he's not just laying there. I think part of the problem is that he's bored, and he needs to engage his mind.
Hmm. I've been trying to watch movies with him.
Yeah, just try to
Hmm.
walk with him a little bit if he's allowed to walk yet.
He's
No,
doing a little bit back and forth to the bathroom. He's got a,
no, I'm talking like outside where there's air. Okay, try to go outside a little bit.
mhm,
Okay,
mhm.
and let the sun hit his face.
Yeah.
Try to go outside and just go out there and sit, and maybe
Mhm.
walk around a little bit and then go back to sit. You know. But
All
I'm
right.
getting that the house is part of the problem.
Okay.
Okay. Is there a way that you guys can work that out?
Sure.
Are you outside right now?
No, I'm in the house.
Oh, that's your air conditioner?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very warm out. Yeah.
It sounds like a hurricane.
Really?
All
I'll
right.
lower it a little bit. Yeah.
But you know what? I'm not getting the same problem in the same way. I'm getting
Mhm.
another problem that will come if he doesn't calm down.
Right.
I'm getting a mental nervous system
Mhm. Yeah, because
situation.
he's worried about the cats at the job. But he has people taking care of them, and I keep
You know
telling him
what?
they're gonna be fine.
That would be a good day trip for you guys. Just go and visit them.
Mhm.
Have him hold on to a live cat,
Mhm.
you know, in his arms for just a few moments each day. Then he will calm down. So
Once he can
sometimes,
drive, he can go in the evening and check on them. So
you
he's
know
looking
what?
forward to that. Mhm.
Arrange that someone else can drive.
Mhm.
Have someone else drive him. I'm telling you that will heal him faster than you can.
Oh, I can imagine. So sure.
If he holds on to that live cat, he's going to be good to go.
Mhm. Oh, he misses them. Definitely.
Well, and you should let him. So
Mhm. Oh, I have no.
try to figure out if somebody can drive him. Okay?
Mhm.
Just to go visit the cats.
Mhm.
You know, how far away are they?
They're in Jersey. His job is in New
So,
Jersey.
what, like an hour away?
No, less than that. Only 20 minutes. He can drive. There's no issue with driving. He just has to be
Well,
sure that
you
he
know what?
doesn't have any pain. Mhm.
Even if it's at nighttime or during the weekend when you're not working.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Well, I'm a chicken driver. I really don't drive to Jersey.
Well, here's the thing. I am seeing this is something he needs. So, like, try to get around your fears and figure out a
Mhm.
way that you can get to
Mhm.
those cats. Okay?
Mhm. The
Just for
sooner the
him.
better. Yeah. Mhm.
It's so that he heals.
Right.
Okay? Well, this isn't about you and your comfort level right now. This is about Rick.
Mhm.
Okay? Does that make sense?
Sure.
Are you going to do it?
We'll figure it out.
Is that Rick saying no?
No, no, he's watching the news. He's relaxing.
Okay. Look, I think you're going to have to start thinking about not what makes sense for you, but what makes sense for him right now.
Mhm.
And I know you like to hold on tight and control your environment, but you can't do it with this. There's going to be a way that you will see the smile on his face and see how he is content.
Mhm.
And yes, it wasn't you that made him content. You know, it
Mhm.
was something else that you let him have.
Right. Mhm.
Do you think you can work out a way to make that happen for him as a gift?
Sure. We'll figure it out.
Well, you'll have to let me know.
All right.
Because I don't see the same health problem again. I see it being more of a nervous system thing later.
Right. Right. Well, that's because he's worrying about everything, and I keep telling him, you have to
He
calm
won't
down.
be if you do that one simple thing. He won't be.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Honestly, I'm not telling you this to hear myself talk. I'm telling you this because I'm trying to help you. Okay.
Yeah. No, I get it. Mhm.
So maybe sit with him and talk about what I just said.
All right.
Maybe let him listen to this. And then you guys come up with a plan on how he's going to go see those cats.
We'll figure it out.
What are you worried about? Other than his health, what are you worried about that scenario that I just said?
No, I'm not worried about the scenario. It's just like he he wants to drive over there in the evenings to see them and do what he has to do over there.
And that is a problem. Why?
Not for me. I don't like to drive. I'm very afraid.
Well,
And
that's why I said, let's find somebody else, even if you paid them like $10 to drive or something. It's worth it. It's
I mean,
worth
the only
it.
way that's going to happen if he takes an Uber there and back. That's the only way. Because
Well,
everybody lives in Jersey.
you could figure out a way that maybe they can bring the cats to you and take them back. And you'll pay for the gas. And you can pay for the gas. You know?
Yeah, the guys over there, he's just got them feeding them. I don't think they're gonna do that. They don't have the carrier or anything. He's in control of all that over there. My husband.
Well, here's the thing. This will open up a conversation between you and Rick on how to come to a solution. But the answer is figuring out a way to get those cats in his arms.
Right. No, we'll get it done.
Get it done. That's your task. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me know how it goes. Okay.
Okay,
honey?
I will let you know. Thank
All
you,
right.
Carla.
Say hi to Rick. Okay.
Hi, Rick. He said, okay.
Oh, hi, Carl.
He said, hi, Carla.
Hey, Rick. All right. So hopefully he heard what I said. All right. I will look for more answers on that later.
Okay.
Because I think that's up to you guys to figure out the detail. Okay.
We'll talk. Yeah, we'll definitely talk.
Okay, honey.
Thank you.
Let me know.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. So if somebody else wants to ask a question about their situation, it's open mic tonight here. So we're doing, I don't do these often, but when I do them, the potpourri readings, it can be on anything personal, anything about a case file that you wanted to ask, even if I haven't worked it, that's fine. If you want to ask about your own life, you can ask a personal question within reason, and I will see what I can see. But this is your opportunity to get your question in. All right. So let me see what I can see. Let me see what I can see as far as another message. Okay. All right. I quieted down. I had to get the image of the cats out of my head. Right. So I quieted down. Let me just see what I can see. And in the meantime, if you want to ask a question, just submit a request to speak. All right. Let me see what else is coming up as a message for anyone listening to the live tonight. Okay. Oh. Oh. Okay. Well, this is bringing up a divorce, actually, that is either imminent or it's nearing the timeline here. Because I'm getting the month of August as being the time of separation that needs to happen. The elements of this marriage seem to be that you guys, whoever I'm speaking to, whoever this message is for, this was a marriage where you guys were just friends, really, and you married out of convenience or married out of, well, what looks to be just to keep, to keep peace, to keep a continuance of, just a continuance of whatever, so that you could achieve something. I get that this message is mainly for a male, though, so if there is a male listening to this after tonight's live, this looks to be a male that has lighter skin tone, has lighter features. I would say maybe early 40s, something like that looks to be the age, and that you have kept yourself from doing what you were supposed to do as far as your calling, your career, what you were meant to do for work this lifetime, what you were meant to accomplish, those agreements. You use this marriage as your excuse not to, for some reason. But that's what I'm getting here. And I'm getting that this person, the person you're married to, okay, this is weird. This may be a gay couple, okay, a man and another man. Okay, so if somebody's listening to this, because it looks like two men here, where you were friends, you made it work, and you did it because it was there, but it was mainly that you were good friends, and this was a situation of convenience more than it was following your bliss, following what you were supposed to do in this lifetime. But it looks like two males. Okay. And whoever's listening to this afterwards, this is for you. Lighter blonde hair, that you were in a situation, it could have just ended also. But these were the elements that you were stopping yourself from going out and pursuing the thing out there in the world where you were supposed to be seen, and you prevented yourself from, you held yourself back. You held yourself back. You held yourself from doing this thing because of your partner. And you thought it was the right thing to do at the time because, oh, it was in my path. I was supposed to do it. Not everything in your path you're supposed to do. You have to be more selective than that. Just because something enters your path doesn't mean you have to do it. You still have free will. But whoever this is that I'm speaking to, you stopped yourself from, accomplishing this world out there, that I get that you were supposed to be seen, you were supposed to be known, you were supposed to be out in the public eye somehow. This person has lighter hair that I'm speaking to. Lighter hair looks like, and it looks like you were supposed to do this and you stopped yourself because of this relationship. You allowed this person to make you rethink your goals, make you rethink your bliss and what you would be happy doing or going after, because you had to stay behind and be with them. So, whoever this is, if you resonate with what I just said, you made the right choice. And like the opportunities you just opened for yourself are so exponential. You will be so surprised at what comes your way now, because you did that, because you let go of that relationship that you thought you were supposed to be in. It looks like a marriage or like a coupling of some sort, like you were a couple with somebody else, with your partner, and you let that go because you just didn't feel like yourself. I mean, you were clamping down on, you were dampening every bit of your spirit to be with that person because you thought that's what you were supposed to do. So if you heard this resonates, you want to do a private session, just contact me and order on the website and do your thing. But the biggest lesson is, the biggest announcement with this is, you not only did the right thing, but the opportunities that are going, I mean, you're going to lose your breath. That's how wonderful it's going to be. You're going to lose your breath with how amazing your life is now that you can breathe, now that you are supporting yourself with your own bliss, and don't worry about what's going to happen later. I also get that your partner had a health issue and you thought, okay, it looks like this other gentleman, this other male that you were with there was something health-wise there. There was something wrong. And you thought you needed to stay. But I think your partner is okay with this too. Your partner needed some space to just figure out that they were clinging on to you because you were strong, because you were a source of light, because you were a source of strength. And they weren't relying upon themselves. They have a support system. Your partner did. So don't worry about them. They have a support system. There's no need for guilt to follow your bliss. No need. It was something you tried and it definitely wasn't for you. So, whoever these two males are, if you resonate with my story, what I just said, what I just saw in this read, just go ahead and contact me. If you need extra information and you want to do a read, I can take a look at it. But I just see your world opening up so much right now. I am so happy for you, whoever this is. I am just so happy for you. I got to say, stuff is going to be you are going to be lifted to a level. You're going to level up like you never thought before. Okay. You're going to level up. You're going to have the life you were supposed to have before you were with this guy. And, I do feel this is about two men that are in a relationship or they just broke up. And the one male has lighter hair and he had to go pursue his dream. And I see you getting it. So, whoever you are, if you heard this and this resonates and you want to read, just let me know and order and do your thing and I'll get you in. Okay. Let me see what else is coming up here. And if somebody has a question they want to ask while we're in, just let me know. Let me know. Let's see what else we have. What other messages before we sign off here with Juneteenth? What other messages for anyone listening? Okay. Oh, okay. This is for somebody who is, this looks like a career decision, like a contract, a, um, a contract or it looks like a severing of a contract. A severing of a contract. It looks like the contract is with some established entity and you, okay. Let me just see what it's saying about it though. What about this? Oh. Okay, this is important. Whoever is hearing this and needs to hear this, they need to go back to the contract itself. If you signed something recently, whether it's on a business deal you did or a business you have or some sort of contract, if you signed something, I would have to say it looks like it was either in May or late April, May. That seems to be the time frame because I'm being pointed towards May 1st, like May Day. If you signed something recently and there were elements in the contract, go back and have either your legal department look at the contract itself or you look at it or have somebody that's knowledgeable in these things look at it. And there's loopholes that are in there that they didn't realize they left open to dispute. There are loopholes that do not cover them in that contract, and they didn't realize it when they first, maybe, I don't know, maybe this is an older type of contract or something, and they didn't, when they first drafted that agreement for others, they didn't realize that it needed to be amended or it needed extra extra wording or extra provisions that were provided within the contract like this. Like it looks like end of April, beginning of May, May Day. I keep hearing May Day. If you sign something like this, take a look at the contract with a fine-tooth comb. I am seeing 3 to 4 items, clauses within the contract that will make it in your favor. If you have the right attorney looking at it, if you have the right set of eyes on it, you will see that there is a way out. There is a way out, and it will benefit you. It will not be the end of you. So whatever this is that I'm seeing, it looks like you have a way out of it. Let me look to see what else is in there. I'm hearing the words failure to perform or performance, something about performance, failure to perform, something like that. Anyway, it looks like you have 3 or 4 ways to, or 3 or 4 loopholes to attack in that agreement. And the reason being is because that particular agreement was drafted at a time where they didn't renew it with new provisions that apply to now in 2026. Like new provisions, new laws, new guidelines, new something that they didn't think of when they actually drafted that original agreement, and they were lazy. They didn't look at it. They just handed you the same old contract, and they didn't look at it to renew it or to amend it in some way, or to, add. I mean, it's like with anything technical, like, like the plugins on my website for that payment page. I mean, everything has to be upgraded in some way, whether it's an agreement or whether, you can't just sit on the same thing and expect that to work at a later time. Everything progresses, everything renews, everything has uh, different conflicts or different laws or different uh, provisions that will present, where it makes it necessary to address those in some new verbiage, some new wording, where they had to clean that up and present you with a new agreement. They did not do this, okay? And they didn't cover themselves. That's where you will win with that agreement. Again, the time frame looks to be end of April, beginning of May Day. I keep hearing, and the provisions, they never allowed for those holes in that agreement. There are 3 or 4 holes in it that you can go after. And they're clear as day to somebody with fresh eyes that knows what they're doing, and they look at it. Okay, so that's that message. I don't know who that's for. But if it resonates and it's for you, let me know. And if you need an extra read on it, just do your thing and order on my site. And that new payment page for the sessions, psychic sessions, should be up and running right now. If there is a problem, send me a message, email me through the contact form, and tell me something is wrong with the payment, and I will get right on it. But my guy is working on the rest of them. But a lot of that payment page should be working now. And if need be, you can scroll down and go to the PayPal QR codes that are at the bottom of the Psychic Sessions page, and that will also work. Those were always in place since I've had the website up. So I think, since 2004, I've had the PayPal buttons on there. So the QR codes are the same thing. You just take a picture of it, and it takes you right to the payment page with your device. All right. If anybody else has a question they want to ask, something I haven't covered already, something that you need to ask about that's been gnawing at you, I will try to take a look at it for you. I'm doing last call on questions right now, guys. So if you have a question, I didn't cover it, just go ahead and ask me. And otherwise, I'm going to put this up. It'll be on YouTube last, like I said, because they take their sweet time getting these things up. But until they figure out how to do a podcast over there where it's not a video, I think podcasts in the audio format are just new to them over at YouTube. So that, when they introduced this a year ago, they probably didn't realize. And I think they're getting better at it. The podcasts are going up fast faster, but it's still a problem where the next day I got to switch it over from private to public. But you know what? That's a very little thing, and I am willing to do it until I move. Um, all right, so I'm wishing everybody a happy Juneteenth. This is Psychic Carla Barron. You can go to my site at carlabarron.net. It's up in my link tree. Just go hit that. All my sites are listed there. I've got an Instagram where I post my psychic testimonials daily or every other day. You can read through those and see what resonates. I have a YouTube where all the podcasts are listed. You can listen to those on various topics and case files like Nancy Guthrie. I've got a Facebook that is a Facebook fan page from before. It's more of a legacy page that I left up. I don't really participate on Facebook. You know, I only have so many hours in a day, guys. I had to pick one. I had to pick between my favorite social media children. So I picked Twitter and I stayed. So for better or for worse, I stayed. And that's pretty much it. But I'm seeing a lot of these obstacles moving away from us now, guys. A lot of them. Your life will not be the same by the end of this year. We get into holiday season of 2026. The life you have now, you will not recognize by the end of this year. That's my prediction. And I'm going to leave you with that. And I wish everybody a joyous evening. And I want you to dream on what your future is tonight. Okay? I want you to have a dream about it and tell me. Tell me in the comments, either here on Twitter or on YouTube when it's up there. Those are the two places you can leave comments. And if you want to order a reading, go to my Psychic Sessions page. And I will talk to you guys next time. But this was good. We sort of covered everything, and I got messages from the collective. I'm going to wish everybody a good night, and we'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.